yoga and Aikido are the same word. Yoga just means synthesis of mind, body, and then ki.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Convo Couch. My name is Connie, this is my co-host Sun, and today we have the very special guest, Dom, the actor, who has over 26 years of experience in the industry.
As an actor, I use Aikido to center myself, and that's thoughts, feelings, and center. The more I can align those three things, the more the impact of what I do is stronger. It's more truthful. I just shot 3 commercials this month, and the pressure there is enormous. I was on set for 6 hours. I was the only one with one line. For 6 hours, we reshot and reshot, and it wasn't that I wasn't getting it right. It was just that clients have a very certain idea. The director has a very certain idea. Yeah. There were horses. It was a period thing. I had a huge moustache. So it's
sounds like an interesting commercial.
Yeah. So that pressure, if you're in the wrong state, it'll actually drive you up in a negative way. So how can I drop down in that pressure? So the more you can practice that, whether it's Aikido or yoga or surfing or some people it's fishing, I don't know, whatever gets you into a flow state and a grounded state. Many actors act from here up when they're beginning acting. And it's about the more you can drop down. It doesn't have to be Aikido, just find a practice that grounds you, which sounds like a cliche, but I see very few grounded actors. The more I'm grounded, the more I can accept, breathe, center, decide, engage, which is a great acronym. Accept, breathe, center, decide, engage.
A, B, C, D, E.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a coaching thing. Someone who's relatively unstressed, even with all that pressure on them, with several cameras, with a director and a client. Someone who's saying yes to everything that's coming towards them. Someone who's not grounded will go, hang on a sec, I can't do that. Or no, I can't. I can't have anyone look me in the eyes on set, or whatever it is. Whatever. That's a myth about certain actors. I don't know that that's true.
Yeah.
I love how this job excites and engages me. Just something I say to myself over and over. When I start to get a bit fearful, I start to get contracted. What are my lines? Okay, that's not the space I need to be in. What's my objective now? What do I want in this scene? Because the negative mind will go up. It'll go, what's my next line? No, you don't want to be there. You want to be down and engaging. You want to be down and connecting. You think about 2 actors. The grounded actor will be down in themselves. The ungrounded actor will be like a head on a stick. And they'll be going, what's my next line? What's my next line? And we're all variations of that. We're all at times uncentered. A very famous Aikidoist said, oh, you never uncentered. The student said to him, and he said, well, actually, it's not that I'm not centered. I just get my center back very quickly. So I lose my center and get it back very quickly. And that's the founder of Aikido. The better your diet is, the more you've got the ability to be centered quickly. Sugar, coffee, red meat, all those things can lead to a much less centered person. The more you can, fish, grains, veggies, they're the things that will drop you and keep you clearer.
Yeah.
It's also about if you get engaged in a project, like you use the word present, which is a great word, Connie. If you're present, people want to work with you. This is another centered quality. They want to. They go, oh, that's that actor. Oh, gee, they're proactive. They were early. The lines were down. Yeah. They did a great job. Nothing was too much or too much. Nothing was a hassle. Yeah. And so it's about generating a positivity around you. Yeah. I mean, look at Hugh Jackman. I don't know him, but he certainly was in first year when I was in third year. We were kind of acquaintances. He had that energy back then. He was incredible to be around. And all my friends who still know him say he's still the same. He's got an incredible quality where you just want to be around him. You want to engage with him. Yeah. That's that centered, engaging, vibrant quality. If anyone offers you work, just take it.
Yeah.
Don't get used. I heard someone sign a deal the other day with a very large corporation, and they signed, which sounded like a lot of money, $1,200 for a day's work on an ad. That's okay. It's not a lot of money, and it's not a lot of money if you say you can use my image in perpetuity. Which is a very I wouldn't sign that for anybody.
So for the audience, what does that mean? What does perpetuity mean?
And perpetuity is forever.
Oh, okay.
So you can use my image till, for the next 40 or 50 years. Yeah, well, you can just keep using it forever. And if a producer wants you to sign that, I would just say that's not even on the table, not for any reason. Why do they want to use your image in perpetuity? There's something very valuable about you. And they want to only pay you $1,200, which for a day sounds like a lot of money. However, if 50,000 or 5 million people are seeing that image, it's not a lot of money. If you're a painter, paint. So that's one of my ethics. If you're an actor, act.
Yes.
Get involved in short and sweet. That's a great thing.
Yeah.
Get involved with short films, micro features. You can get on a micro feature or whatever it is. Just get involved and make sure you're practicing your art. I think those online platforms, the agents are really struggling with how they deal with it. Because as an actor, you'll get offered work, but they're not getting involved in it. And that's difficult for them because they're not getting their 10% or their 15%.
Yeah.
So that is difficult for agents, and I feel for them in that sense. However, there's lots of micro jobs around where I'll get offered, do you want to do 2 hours for $300 an hour? And I'm not going to turn that down, but I'm not going to involve my agent in that because they wouldn't really want to get involved because they're going to take 10% of that.
$30.
Well, that's right. And also, it's just not something that's necessarily appropriate.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's a large bank or a large airline, your agent needs to know about that because if you take that role and you don't involve them, and then they put you forward for a casting and another major airline sees that other thing, you can then lose the role, which happens. I was talking to a casting agent the other day. We also need to back ourselves.
Of course, yes.
So a lot of people, they don't back themselves. So the moment they get on camera, if you're not backing yourself, it'll read. So a casting director will go, no, I don't know what it is, but I don't want to use it. Or a director, if you're auditioning for stage, they'll just go, I can't see the acting past. There's so much going on that's not the acting, which is what, when you coach an actor, is what you getting them to peel away, you're getting them to strip away the excess baggage, if you want to call it that. Really good acting or really good Aikido is something you've got to reach up for. There's that analogy again. But to get there, you've got to drop down. So, but it's about taking a risk. So am I taking a risk enough in this production? Am I laying myself on the line in the sense that audiences will go, and then what happened? And then what happened? Oh my God, and then what happened? I mean, I've been to so many theatre productions where you just go, oh God, there's been so much time and energy on this, but it's terrible.
Yeah.
And you walk out going, what? Who was not telling the truth? Well, the audiences are just gonna react to this lack of truth, and and the same thing on camera. The camera never lies. Well, one of the best notes I've ever had from the director is, I don't believe you. And you go, wow. So you have to really go back to think. George Spartel's a beautiful acting coach. He's quite a famous Australian actor. He's not so famous now. He's not used as much. Sorry, George, if you want to. But maybe he's just not in the industry as much. But he said to me once, brilliant thing. He said, why are you crossing to the window? And I went, I have no idea. Because you want me to cross.
So do you mean like you were on a set and you crossed towards the window?
We were rehearsing.
Yeah.
So I then had to go, why do I want to cross it? Oh, I want to cross the window because I'm feeling stuffy. And that created a whole emotion for me. I need some air. So then it was believable for the director and the audience because I was motivated. I had an objective, which is basic Stanislavski. I want something. I want fresh air. The obstacle is the window. And an audience is going to be engaged by that.
So that was originally blocking. That was part of the movement that you
He
had
just
to
told
do.
me, can you cross the window? And I've gone, okay. And I hadn't solved it. Why do I want to?
Yeah.
Why do I want to go to the window? So make sure everything you're doing is solved. Especially in audition. No, especially in everything. You can't say especially. In audition, on stage, in front of the camera never lies, which is it's a real plus. But if you're fudging, if you're faking it, the camera will pick that up.
Yeah. Okay.
You can almost see actors. You can almost see that thought when an actor goes, and they have an aha moment. You can see it on camera. What is that? What are you seeing? Well, you're seeing breathing. You're seeing emotion. You're seeing energy. And the more truthful you can be, the more the audience, the camera and the audience are going to go, oh, wow.
Yeah. And isn't it funny how, I think a big thing that might have changed, I could be wrong, in the past 25 years is from so much more work being on theatre to on screen. But then you've also had to adapt to that, right? Because on theatre, we're very much taught to project and be big and louder, but with screen, because as you said, it doesn't lie and it just zooms in on everything. On
stage, I need to make sure that my voice is hitting the back of the theatre.
Yeah.
With 300 people in the audience, which is deafening to sound, which is limiting to sound, which is absorbing. I need to project my energy out, but on camera, you're in this space. But if you look at Marlon Brando, back to him again, full circle. Watch his work. He's phenomenal. It's mind blowing how good he is. Rami Malek. So they can be mentors for you as an actor. Watch them. So if you're in doubt of something you're doing, get someone to check out that you can trust, a mentor, a director, whatever it is that can look at what you're doing and say, well, yeah, that seems to be working to me, or no, to be honest, I don't really believe that, or what is it you're doing there? I mean, I've worked with actors, and you want to say to them, and I often do, I don't believe that there. I'm believing that bit, but that next bit, I'm just not believing it. And they'll say to me something like, I don't believe it either. And then I'll say, so why are you doing it? So that's in the sense of you've got to really back yourself and solve it yourself, whatever it is you're doing. So you want a curve there.
Yep.
And that's it.
Yep.
And you want to tuck the chin in. And there you go. That's Seiza. In Aikido, we do a lot of sitting like this. And the more you can then put a hand here and a hand here. So a centered breath. Well, let's start with an uncentered breath. An uncentered breath is like this. But the more I can mouth breathe and get that hand moving first.
Yeah, in and out.
Practice that every day.
So am I trying to get the breath coming out from my stomach?
First.
Before here.
And the ribs.
Yep.
Just going to adjust you there. And some movement in the ribs when you breathe in. See how that went up then?
Yeah, I'm not supposed to let it go out?
Let it go here first. And then there. And we mouth breathe as actors because we get a lot of air in faster. So maybe you've grabbed me.
Yep.
So as the actor, I go, I don't want to be grabbed. So I breathe. I'm a bit angry. And obviously they wouldn't all see this. This is all before the camera's rolling. And they say, roll camera. Take your hand off me! So I've used the breaths to get to a certain emotion.
Amazing,
before
wasn't
I
it?
speak.
Yeah.
You're seeing,
Peter's happy now.
well, you're seeing the bricks of the house being built there
That's what
as
it's
I'm
so,
taking you through.
behind the scenes.
Rather than just trusting a reaction. Get the breaths to get
And what
the
was going
stronger
through your
feeling.
mind when you, in those 4 seconds beforehand, that was just breath? Or?
Yeah, I don't want to be touched. Take your hand off me. Then technically, if I've got a camera, I've also got to play with the camera. So you hopefully get that actor moved there so they got the performance to the actor there and then which Peter will know about.
Nice.
Hey everyone, thanks for hanging with us on the Convo Couch. Remember to check out Dom's showreel on the link below.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.